Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. On this episode, we're traveling to Egypt. I'm going here as a solo female traveler and I saw Hurghada, Sharm El Sheikh and Cairo within 8 days. I really hope this video inspires you to come to this country, experience the authentic culture and the most hospitable locals in the entire world. I had the best time here and felt so safe and looked after by people in the streets, in the cities that I went to, and the food here is just insane. I hope you will enjoy this video. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe and comment, and let's get to it. Hello, I am in Egypt. I have made it here after lots of anxiety, but I'm very excited. It's such a miracle that I'm actually in Egypt. Like, I was not sure. Like, from the very beginning, like, I was confused about my visa because I'm an Indian passport holder with like a few visas from other countries like US or also like Schengen, residence permits. But there were no clear rules of whether I can enter the country or not, and I saw so many like conflicting opinions. Like sometimes you need lots of documents, or they just like send you back or something, and I was terrified. And also like I also heard like some news from other people that if they get stayed or like kind of deported from the airport, they have to like wait like maybe up to 2 days in the airport till they get to go back home or something. So I was pretty terrified, but I tried to stay calm and I was like 90% sure I would be fine, because if you have a visa from any of these like US, UK, EU, you can be like really let in, and I have visa from almost all of these countries, and I lived in Dubai, so I feel like I had a bit of like surety that I would get in, but I was still nervous. And as soon as I got here, I printed like a whole list of documents, like with my return tickets, all my stays, and also like proofs online that I can enter the country. And I was like really prepared, but luckily I didn't have to use anything. Like the minute I reached the counter, they just saw my passport, my permit, and asked how many days I will stay, and didn't see a single document. And I just left, and they gave me the stamp, of course, and it was amazing. It was so easy. And I was already like pretty like impressed at the ease of Egypt, like because you always hear people saying it's going to be like it's quite for advanced travelers, it's not super easy, I think. But I've had the easiest time since I've been here, because when I got out of the airport, of course there were like loads of taxi drivers, and I was glad that I picked one from my hotel prior. So he came to pick me up with a signboard, and I was very happy about this because I would not trust anyone there at 3 a.m. to drop me to my hotel. But I'm glad he came, and he was super decent, and he did not even like talk in the car or anything, like just minding his business. And when I got to the hotel, I also made an error that I booked the hotel for the day that I'm arriving, but of course check-in is at 1 p.m. and I reached at 3 a.m., which is like 12 hours in advance. But they were so hospitable to find me a room at the earliest, and I only paid half the night or half the entire stay, which was really great for me because I could have a nice sleep. And so far I found people so hospitable and really like catering to your needs without any selfish expectations, and I really have such a good impression so far. It's only been 10 hours and I haven't seen anything around, but I love it already. I so much love it, and I am excited. I have not planned what I'm going to do. I think it's a resort, so for 1 or 2 days I will like chill, and then I go to Cairo to do lots of more exciting traveling. So come with me on this journey. It's going to be fun and very unexpected because I have not really planned anything, but I think I'm just trying to see what the locals are like and enjoy the food and the culture, and that's what this is about. So this is my outfit today. just a skirt, a shawl, and a tank. It's gonna be really, really hot, I think so, and I'm gonna be only in the resort, so it feels pretty comfy. And at some point I would like to buy an abaya, especially when I go to Cairo, but let's see what I find. Today I have some time to like go and find like currency exchange and like look around. So if I find something cute, I might buy it. I think Hurghada is the cheapest of all the Egypt places that I can find stuff with least scams. So I think I will try it out. I have this Lipton yellow label. Is my childhood. Like I love this tea, and I only find it in India and Dubai, but it's so good. And I am now making tea my very non-Indian way, just with a creamer and some sugar. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I mean, I'm happy to see the resort itself is quite like full of things, so I don't really have to go out if I don't want to go out. But I definitely think I should see something around because I only have one day here and it's not a lot of time. So I'll try my best to see what's about. I think this place is just known for like the beach and swimming pool. It looks pretty windy, so I don't know if it's beach weather, but it's only 11, maybe around 2 or 3. I hope it gets really boiling hot so I can go and swim. But I'm so excited to be on holiday. Like I just never thought I would be in this country, and it gives me so much joy to believe like, wow, I'm actually gonna be living the next whole week here, and my dream is gonna come true because it was just a dream the whole time. So I'm super excited. People are so hospitable. I got my first drink, the fruit. Hello, I'm actually super tired and mellow right now, but I'm just making this vlog or this segment to let you know that I ate an entire meal, like 3 parts meal, a drink, a main dish, and a dessert, all for under 4 euros. And it was amazing, and I'm so impressed. Like, what is this place? Why is it so cheap? I don't get it. Like, the touristic stuff is reasonably priced, I would say, like not super cheap or expensive, but the like restaurants, if you go outside the main marina area, if you like go to the downtown, like the real normal area where people are like local and really stay and eat and live there, It's so freaking cheap. Like, I'm so confused. And it's so delicious as well. And I think this is actually the nicest scenario in which you're trying something new and you don't know if you like it. And it's just very low risk, you know? You can just order 4 or 5 things, and if you don't like it, it was just €1. But that's really cool. And the food was so good. Like, I would never not love Middle Eastern, North African food. I mean, this is actually my first time tasting North African food, but it's not super different from what I have eaten before in general. But I still have to try something interesting. It's called koshari, and I have never tried this. And I'm rather nervous because I don't like pasta that much, and I think it is pasta with rice and meat and everything. And for me, this combination sounds terrible, but I hope one day I will have the guts to try it out, maybe at a nice place. But yeah, my first day in Hurghada was really the best. Like, I've had such a good time here, and this trip with the snorkeling was so cool and so worth it. It literally costed like €14 for 2 hours, and in this time, they basically like drove us. Is it called driving? Rowing, whatever it's called. They took us to a literally like a 20-minute far away place from the shore where you can see loads more fishes, and there's like a submarine part below, so you can actually see underwater very clear. But I did not like the submarine area because I felt kind of like nauseous, and I think it was too like crowded for me with little air, so I came up out of the submarine pretty early. Like, I couldn't stay long. But everyone else seemed to enjoy it, so that was fine. And then we went snorkeling, which was really fun because I was very nervous that I cannot swim very well, and I'm also very anxious in water, like to be out of breath or far from the shore or something. But the people were so warm, like they really comforted me that it's gonna be okay. They gave me, of course, this life vest, and they taught me how to breathe from my mouth. And then there was also this life tube thing, and there was also a trainer, so there was no way I would die, and I went, and it was so cool. And I think the Red Sea is one of the most like heavily populated seas, like really alive, and there's loads of different kinds of fish, so it's very beautiful to see. And I had such a nice time, and really the people for me are so amazing here. Like, they are one of the warmest and most welcoming people I have met, and I felt so safe leaving my things everywhere. Like, I literally left my bag somewhere, left my shoes somewhere, and no one takes this stuff. Like, everyone is so like hospitable and just minding their own business. I really loved it, and especially in the marina place, if you're there, it's so touristic that I think nothing can really happen there, and it's super safe. Only when I went to downtown, I was feeling a bit more cautious, like of what I was wearing, and a bit more like people were more local, and I felt a bit more like, reserved, I guess. And people were like honking a lot more, or like catcalling a lot more and stuff. And in the daytime, I don't mind it, but in the nighttime, I would be a bit more scared, I think. So I will just spend the evening probably going for a walk in the marina area. But I think the downtown, I had a bit of a taste of it. It was fine, but I don't think there's a lot more to see there. But the food is delicious there. And I guess a nice place to really meet locals if that's what you're interested in. I would love to, but as a lone girl, I'm not sure I should take that risk. I'm having so much fun. I'm gonna miss this hotel. Time to check out. This is like a mukbang style review of what has happened so far, keeping up with the Cairo vlog. From the very beginning, the moment I entered Cairo, I was already like, this is Mumbai, because it was so crowded, so polluted, and I just felt at home naturally. So I guess it depends where you come from, but you can really feel at home in Cairo when you're there. So I loved it, and I did not know actually how to get to my hostel, and I was struggling quite a bit, and I was on the road trying to get a taxi, and I couldn't even see like where's the taxi. And even though I had data, I really couldn't like get a Kareem or a Uber because they just kept having like very long wait times, and it was getting dark, so I was getting a bit nervous, and I did not know who to ask for help either. And very, very randomly, I saw this guy next to me, and he already looked like he could figure out that I was pretty like lost. And I asked him for directions, and he was waiting actually for his cousin sister, and they were going in the same place, and they just wanted to drop me to my hostel, which was so nice. And I was at first pretty shy, and I did not know like what to expect because I don't know the locals or what they're like, and if they spoke very good English, of course, but I just was not sure, I guess, like what to expect. But they were so hospitable. They really dropped me all the way to my hostel, and even after that, they gave me their number that I can contact them if I need anything in Cairo. And they invited me for dinner, and I went for dinner with 3 of them. They were the sweetest people ever. Like, I was dying. I was just counting my lucky stars to have met them so randomly at a bus stop, and to really like get to like really experience Cairo or Egyptian culture in such an authentic local way, because it's not always easy to meet the locals, honestly. Like, you always meet the touristic people. In Hurghada, I met a lot of people who worked in like tour companies or whatever, and they like made time to talk to me and, you know, like connect with me. But in the end of the day, I was still their customer. Like, it wasn't like a friendship, you know. But here I met like a real friendship, and they just wanted nothing from me, just to enjoy my company and to like take time with me. They wouldn't let me pay for anything, like, and I was being my Indian self. I was a bit like fighting to pay, and they were like, no, in Egypt we don't fight, like next time you pay, you know, but we don't fight about this. And I did not know when to pay next time because they all speak Arabic, so the waiters always go to them, and I never have the chance. And in the end, I just happened to like buy them gifts because I really could not find a way to pay them. Like, they were so hospitable, and they don't know me at all, but the kind of time and energy and effort they put into me, I was really shocked. Like, I was so impressed by this, honestly. So on the first day, we went to eat I don't know what's the name. I think it's like a shawarma, right? Maybe fataya? No, I don't know the name exactly, but it was basically like rice with the shawarma, like chicken on top, and some garlic dip. It was really good. And then we went to a chai shop, which was a very local experience, and I really missed this from Dubai, and I got to experience it here. I was really happy about this, that I had friends to do this with. And later on, we also walked by the Nile, like the bridge across the Nile. It was really nice at nighttime, and I tried this interesting drink that was basically like a spicy lemony water with chickpeas at the bottom, and it was so interesting. I liked it a lot because I'm Indian, so I had a very like, it had an Indian vibe to it, so I really enjoyed this a lot. It was very spicy and hot as well. And that's it for the first day. On the second day, I met a few friends at my hostel. There was a French girl named Elise and a Mexican guy named Abraham, and we kind of spent the day together a little bit. We went to see like the museum, the Egyptian museum. It was quite nice. Maybe I would recommend a tour guide, because on your own, and I had a book as well, I just saw like the top few like things to see, but I don't think I got the whole context of everything very well, and I think a guide would be nice. And I would say they're quite affordable. Like, they're not so expensive, maybe like 5 or 10 euros. So if you share it among like 3 people, I think it's pretty affordable. But we just went on our own and we looked around. I love the Tutankhamun coffin and the head pieces. They were quite interesting. And I also loved the animal mummies. That was so cute. And say hello. And in the evening again, I met my friend. So his name is Tariq, and this time he took me to an Egyptian wedding, and I was so lucky to be invited to this. Like it made my entire trip. I think it's the best experience of my trip. I actually got to see what a wedding looks like, and it was so glamorous. It was across the, what is it called again? Like it was called Al Maadi. So I think it's the Cornish side actually in Cairo, and it was so beautiful. The location was amazing. The people's outfits were crazy, and they're dancing. They were such good dancers. Like even I was like taught the steps, how to dance their music, and it was just so fun. And they kept feeding me, and I felt like I was the. It was my wedding, the way it was like so. They were so including me so intensely, even though we don't speak the same language. Even it was amazing. I had the best time. On the third day, I just went to the Coptic Square. It was very nice, a nice thing to do alone, I would say, because it's pretty relaxing. You can take your time, and I love to like really have my space to take photographs because I'm a bit shy with people, and I like to have like my own like half an hour to like see the view, see the nice areas, and take some photos. So I was happy about this too. And I love speaking Arabic with people. Like my Arabic is so bad, but they appreciate the effort, and I love that I get to practice with them, like with people who really speak Arabic daily, and they're so patient with me. So I really enjoyed this aspect a lot, and we spoke so much about culture as well. I think they have very similar cultures, like how we, I think, the mindset and the way to life, and I felt so connected to all of them, honestly. Um, I think after the Coptic Square, I can't remember what I did. I think I went to the Cairo Tower, and this is the only thing I did not like in Cairo. Actually, it was overpriced, like tourist prices, like I think like 5 or 6 euros, and I couldn't even go to the highest floor because I'm alone, and apparently you can only go as a couple or a family because I don't know, maybe some safety risk. And the the floor below the top, this one was really, for me, quite dirty. Like the restaurant did not look good. Everything looked very unappetizing, and the windows were not clean, so you couldn't see the view very well, and it was very like smoke fog. So in general, this was not for me the best view at all. It was actually one of the worst things I did in Cairo. It was a waste of my time. I just spent five minutes up there. I came back and I left because it was really boring. And then I went to eat kanafa at this place called Abdul Rahim. I think it's one of the best places there because I also got a box of sweets from there for my friends in Cairo and for my colleagues in Vienna as well. I think it's a very famous one, and they had really good stuff. And this evening I spent doing shopping. I went to Khan Al Khalil to do shopping there, and I was so glad to have Tariq with me because he was very good at bargaining, and it was so funny because they all thought he was my tour guide, and they kept telling him in Arabic, the shopkeepers, to walk slowly because I can see the things and I can buy them. And it was so fun, and they kept saying like, we'll give you commission, come into our shop, and he's not my tour guide, he's my friend. But it was pretty funny. I think the last day was just at the pyramids, so I took a tour guide with my friend Elise, who's from France, and it was pretty cheap, I would say. Like we spent 20 euros per person on the pyramids tour, and we also saw the Sphinx.
يلا هلوها هولا هولا بيبسي كولا يلا كنا بطاطا ويسكي فريسكي يلا شاكيرا شاكيرا very good happy no problem يلا see you tomorrow bye bye Yeehaw.
And we got to see a bit of like the workshops of how they make the papyrus and the perfume from oils.
Si on faisait un tissage tout côte à côte, one time horizontal, the other is vertical, with a wavy manner superposé comme ça. Okay? With that pattern till the end of this. He was a good god of death and mummification. He drives the person to the scale of justice. Here it is the feather of justice. Against that.
I can't believe we crossed this road. I think later on we also ate or we drank tea at this really nice place at the rooftop bar, and this was actually way better views than the Cairo Tower. The name I cannot remember. I think it's called Street Trunk, but I may be wrong. And it is near the Jadida Misr, like it means new Cairo, I think. And it's a very nice place too. And also, that was my whole time there. Like I think I saw all the things I wanted to do, and I will definitely go back for the culture because I love the local life so much there. And it's just not about seeing these sites, but about really the connections you have and the people you meet. And my first 2 days, I think, were the places where I met the most number of people because I was the most, I think, foreign looking and acting. And after the third or fourth day, I became really like fitting in the place, and I really did not mind. And I was not also like troubled so much or like spoken to as much because I was just acting like I'm a local and walking around because I knew the whole place without a map or anything. But it was so fun. I just loved the experience. Staying in this hostel, it's called Holy Sheets. It was amazing. Like the staff, so helpful. The people were from all over the world, and like I just love to connect with people from different areas with the same like lust for travel. But my time in Egypt is my dream. It is amazing, and I'm so happy I came here. I was really nervous to come here and nervous to get a visa and everything. But this is the trip of a lifetime. Like I will never forget the memories I made on this trip, the people I've met. Like it's so insane, and I'm so lucky to be here, honestly. Or it's a bit strange here, to be honest. I don't think I'm a fan of Sharm El Sheikh at all, because I get the feeling it's not really like a local culture. It's just a made-up place, kind of, just for tourists and resorts, and just nothing to do with the culture or the country. You can't eat anywhere local. You definitely can't meet any people who are local. And I don't know if you feel more bad for the workers or the tourists, because I think the tourists are pretty insufferable here. And I feel bad, like the workers have to kind of deal with a little bit snobby people. I don't know, I think like somehow the whole charm of Egypt is missing in this place for me. Just got a shawarma with some Coke. I could never get bored of this, especially since I eat this literally once in 5 years. So I'm really happy to eat shawarma every day. Hello, welcome back. Now I am in the resort. I have checked in into this resort in Sharm El Sheikh and it's really cute. It's called Dreams Vacation and I just had a really nice shower. I'm totally relaxed now after this long 10-hour bus ride and I got some really nice food. I have a Syrian shawarma, I have some fries and a Coke and some kind of sauce. Yeah, and tomorrow's my last day, so I'm gonna enjoy the last bits of my Egyptian food that I love and I'm going to relax by the pool, I think so. And I probably won't do any sightseeing. I just want to have like a relaxing time of doing nothing for a bit and no pressure to like, you know, because I will not meet people here anyway, unfortunately. I did meet already at this restaurant a really nice person who spoke to me in Arabic and it was really fun, but generally I have no hope of meeting many like friends or locals or solo travelers, so I'm just gonna like do my thing, relax and enjoy the last bits before I leave back to Vienna. But it's so fun and I love it here and I hope you all get to experience this hospitality of the people from Egypt because it is out of this world and I'm so lucky to really meet them, honestly. Well, I'm gonna enjoy my dinner and I will see you tomorrow. I was quite grumpy to be here because I really love Cairo and I really miss the people there. But today I'm fine. I'm a bit better. I know my holiday comes to an end slowly. And actually I'm taking this day to just do nothing. Like just try to do as much nothing as possible. And the hotel or resort is quite nice. Like they really have everything here. Like you can just stay indoors and experience it all. So I also don't mind it. I never had actually an experience like this. So it's something new for me. But it's not bad, it's just not like being in any country, so it doesn't feel like Egypt at all, but it's not a bad experience, honestly. It's quite fun. But that's about it. I'm gonna go do my makeup and then get to breakfast and I will see you there. So warm and sunny. These views, they're so cute. So massive. I walked from one end to the other end, but I want to get to the beach because I was in the pools the whole time. But this place is really humongous. I don't know if this tree is really special to Egypt, but I like these red leaf trees. It's not so popular, I think. This place has everything, like what, even a fish market and mini golf and a Bedouin tent. Literally everything. The time of my life, really. It's so insane to be here. I'm so chill and really like thinking about the last few days that I had here and they were so magical. Like every single part of my trip was so crazy and so, for me, out of this world. Like I thought I wouldn't even make it to this country and the fact that I had all of these insane experiences and it was just, I don't know, it was just the best ever. Like I don't know if I will ever find a trip that will beat this one. Like this is just the peak of my experience and I think everything was by luck. Like it's not anything that could be planned or could be thought out entirely. And I actually went to all these places without a single plan because I wasn't sure I'd make it to the country. So everything I was doing was just by chance and just by falling into it. And maybe it's one of the best ways for me to travel, to just like see what happens And I think the only thing I really had to see was maybe pyramids, because it would be embarrassing to come all this way and not see the pyramids. But everything else was just falling into place by itself. Wow, what an experience. I mean, Sharm El Sheikh has already been my least favorite part because of the number of tourists here and everything being very expensive and tourist prices and not the real, like, you know, Egypt. But to top it off, I went to the old town today and I was a little bit creeped out by everyone being very, very forward. Like, they were not so decent, but very, I think, like, touristic minded and very, like, I don't know, like the most bad reviews you hear I feel like come from Sharm El Sheikh, because people are just at first giving you the most insane prices. Like, for a tiny bottle of perfume he wanted me to pay like at least, how is it, like 40, like almost 40 euro. And I was like, you're joking, right? And I said I'm never gonna buy this because in Cairo this cost literally 3 euros. And finally he gave it to me for 4 euro, finally. From 40 to 4, like what a steep... I got a heart attack. I was like, are you okay? But I think like it was very, very like touristic prices here. And everybody was being a little bit like weird. I felt like everybody was somehow cornering me, and I felt like they were like all making this marriage jokes, like they want to marry me, and they're really like very, very old. And I was a little bit nervous, like I was feeling a little bit cornered, and they kept asking, you're not scared, right? And that's kind of manipulative for me because they're trying to make me say I'm not scared, but actually I'm really nervous and uncomfortable, you know. And finally I was at this place, and it's pretty small, the market, so when you leave once and if you walk the same place again, they will keep calling you like second, third time, like, remember me, come back. And I am quite nervous for this, honestly, and I really miss Tariq, because when I had him in Cairo I felt so safe everywhere. And here I have to say I really missed that, because here they know I'm not local. I think they give me lesser price than European, but still it's still expensive, I know it, but I don't mind because I'm on my own. I don't expect it to be like really prices I get when I'm with Tariq, but it's okay. And when I came back, so I on the way, like after the old market, I went to the cafe. It's called Farsha Cafe. It was very cute, but so packed with tourists. Everyone is doing like influencer stuff, and I think once you go down there, the waiters are so busy they don't even have time for you, really. And since I was alone and I had no group, I was not so dying to go in, and I felt like everyone was really busy, so I just like took a few photos and I left quite quickly. And the taxi back to my place, I was terrified because I finally negotiated and I got the price down to like 2 euros. They were calling it like 5 or 6 euros in the beginning, and I made it 2. And I was like, okay, let's go then. And the guy who took me was really being so creepy, and he like was using Google Translate because he can't speak much English, and he kept saying that he wants to like take me just for a small time in a cafe or something like that. It's a public place like that, you know. And I kept saying no, I'm not comfortable, and he kept driving towards it. And when he finally stopped at the place, the public place is actually a beach in the night time where there is no public, it's just me and him. And he kept saying, come on, let's go, 5 minutes maximum, you know. And I was terrified, and I kept saying no so many times and he really was like rephrasing his sentences and kept saying like, it's a short time, just few minutes, if you don't like we will leave. And he was really trying to get me out of the car, and I was like almost shaking. I was so scared actually, because I'm so powerless and this area had nobody, and I don't know what I would do. Like, would I call police, or I don't know what to do. I was so nervous. And I kept saying like no, and I was really feeling like terrible, and he could tell that the mood changed, and I was totally feeling like violated. And then finally he agreed to like drop me to my hotel. So we turned and dropped me to my hotel. And then he said, give me your WhatsApp number, we can meet later, you know? And I was like, okay, we will see, like that. And then once he dropped me to my hotel, he asked for my WhatsApp, and I was like, no, I cannot give it to you. And I really showed him my face, and my face, like all the color had drained because I was feeling so unsafe. And I was like feeling so betrayed by him, I think, because it's his job to drop me home safely, and he just took me somewhere I was not comfortable, and my life is in his hands. And I don't know if he doesn't see that I'm so uncomfortable because I'm so helpless in that moment, you know, where he's in control, and that's so evil for me. Like, I think for him he didn't do anything big deal, but for me I think it's the most evil thing to do when a girl is alone in a town and they trust you to drop her home safely. Like, I was very terrified, and I called my Egyptian friend Tarek, and I was telling him like, please stay on the phone, because I was so nervous and I cannot speak this language, and he cannot speak my language either. So I don't know what he wants to talk with me in the beach about, because we don't speak each other's language. And then he kept making jokes about how he will marry an Indian woman and all these things, and it was not really funny when I was so nervous. You know, normally I take these things lightly, but when you're threatening to kind of put me alone in a place, like, it's not funny at all. Yeah, it was a bit stressful, but it's okay. I got home safely, and tomorrow I am leaving anyway, so it's fine for me. This is like a small fearful part of this trip, but overall it was amazing. And I really wish I had, honestly, my friends the whole time with me, like especially the friends I made in Egypt, in Cairo. They're the best. Like, even the French girl Elise I met, they were so fun, and I really wish I had them throughout. I think actually Sharm El Sheikh is the only place where I feel a little bit nervous, because everything is far away and you need taxi for everything, and I'm pretty like feeling alone because everything or people are in like couples or groups in resorts and not so many solo travelers. So I think Sharm El Sheikh I would not recommend for a solo traveling girl unless you want to be only in the resort, you know, because it doesn't feel like there's a lot of crowd of local people that you can trust. Like, everybody I met had ulterior motive romantically, and it really scared me a bit, honestly. That being said, I want to reiterate that I would go back here in a heartbeat, and it's my favorite country in the whole world. I really hope this story won't change your mind to go to this wonderful place.